to get something done in the first nighttime, or that hero feels really, really underpowered at times. We didn't feel the impact of the Night Stalker as much early, and both the Earth Spirit and the Shadow Demon, I thought, really did a lot of work for the side of Liquid.
Oh, for sure. So the big thing about Storm, I will give Liquid credit here. What I forgot about is, like, when you go in with Storm and you can't instantly burst somebody down, it feels pretty bad. Especially with that kind of item build, you're kind of do or die at that point. Like, somebody has to die with that initial jump. And when they don't, and it's hard because you have a Shadow Demon, and if you jump on the Shadow Demon, then GH was always there with the kick. If you jump on GH, then the Shadow Demon was always there with the disrupt. And when you lengthen that time to kill, it makes it pretty obnoxious.
Wow. And this hero has just become your first pick material, and whoever can get it. Tiny.
Despite people losing with it.
Yeah, he ain't doing too good on the win rates here.
We actually look at the opposite effect, right, from game one. Do you now block with the tiny pickup? Do you just let them have it?
Do you mean the IO?
The IO,
Yeah.
yeah. The combination here, because it was the shoe on the other foot before.
Sure, you beat it before, why not?
Yeah, I'm always a fan of, if you beat a team, just let them have what they had last time, you know? Who's scared of that? You already beat it once. Anyway. What?
Wow, that... We have not seen a lot of that here lately.
And Night Stalker?
To whom is this strange woman? All right, anyway, that tells us a little bit about their draft. They're probably going to get something pretty magic intensive. You know, some heroes that could use some help. Perhaps a Chaos Knight might be coming out from VP later in this draft.
Yeah, what's interesting is that CM is not the best support against Tiny. Die really easily, you're slow, and on top of that, your status stuff, you frostbite him for like a quarter of a second.
Yeah, there's something I'm not seeing with the CM pick. Only the 9th CM pick so far in this patch. 3 and 5 is that hero.
So who does CM enable? Like why? Like VP first phase picking this. I'm fairly certain they're not doing it for the jungle. So who is she enabling?
She enables a lot.
She
say tackies.
Yeah.
And remember, the mana regen from Aura now scales, like every source of mana regen in the game. So that potentially stays relevant. Even a little bit longer.
Bring on the Zeus. Bring on the Zeus.
Zas? Definitely an enabler for him.
Zeus?
Zeus?
That's what they call it in Korea.
Do they really?
Yeah, they call it Zeus.
Zeus.
Because there's no Z in Korean alphabet.
I'm surprised the Euros don't call it Zedus.
Ah.
Hey.
You got them there.
Wow. Got him.
Thanks, guys. Anyway, so, Team Liquid. We've got ourselves a little something here. Come on, VP. Keep banning out, baby boys. Oh, that's a Weaver.
Yeah, most likely a Ramses Weaver. He's, we saw at the beginning of the day in their top plays of the season, the triple rampage that Ramses put up on that hero.
Was that really on him, though? It was like his team was dominating. He's just happening at the last hits.
I mean,
okay.
Ramses is always really good on his Weaver, too. This whole team knows how to build around a Weaver to make him strong and succeed with him. They've been doing it since Boston Major.
You know what, I mean, how many times have you had a triple rampage in a pro match blitz?
That's true.
All right.
You're right, Nahas.
Got him.
Yeah, I'll see you at TI this year, man.
Get me out of here, dude. Get me out.
All right,
Anyway.
I'm done.
So.
Baby rage.
Let's see. They definitely need a little bit more lockdown here. Every time you see an IO versus a Weaver, that's just the scariest IO game ever. I mean, if he gets the bug on you, you're just dead. That little thing will burrow its way into your heart.
Dude, the bugs are really good.
Yeah.
They are super good.
Lately, I've been a big fan of the bugs.
Yeah?
I don't know what it is.
I think it's been an underrated ability for a long time. Swarm's good, man.
I've known the pain as a weak support. Every time you get that stupid bug on you, it's just over. Weaver is so good in that laning phase. And here we go, Rubik!
That is the best support against Weaver. It feels so nice to steal Shakuchi. Because nobody ever carries dust. So you just flit around. The initiation's cool too. Like, you're essentially a shadow-bladed Rubik. You just, like, invis in at max move speed and then lift people from fog, and you die in 2 seconds.
Is it really? Yeah, I guess so. But isn't he super squished too? If Rubik, if Weaver kind of gets any kind of stun to help him out, he'll just blow a Rubik up.
Well, it's the combination of the Shakuchi. He's got the instant disable in the lift. Because of his 0 cast point, he can actually steal a lot of spells in the game, and they become instant disables against the Weaver.
Yeah, that's a really good point too. Double disable is always great.
VP do not look confident at this stage of the draft. Like you had smiles and jokes going off earlier today.
I'm telling you, their body language at the end of that last game, like no one looked. He looked unhappy walking off that stage.
Don't worry, guys. It doesn't matter. If the draft is good, the draft is good. We don't got to go into this psychology stuff. No,
right.
You know, I'm sure they're confident. They picked Death Prophet, excellent hero against Tiny IO.
What is with the no disruptor against Tiny IO? And CIS, everybody picks disruptor against this. What happened?
No disruptor, no witch doctor.
I know. The classic combos. But I guess no one's needed it, though. IO Tiny has not had a great win rate today, from what we've seen.
And once again, though, we're going to see Death Prophet against potentially a very burst damage heavy lineup without a save.
Well, they still got time for a save.
If you don't get bursted on
We've
DP,
already got CM, and I guess you could still pick OD.
if you don't get bursted on DP, she's gonna crush.
Oh my God.
Well,
The Nyx Assassin.
you're getting bursted.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mind control Nyx Assassin.
Oh, two of the best Nyx Assassin players in the world right here, I think. Mind control and the Pasha.
Well, Pasha certainly looked good on it earlier today.
I just don't understand what the Crystal Maiden's going to do in this game apart from die.
What are you talking about? She's great, you know? She moves slower than, you know, the courier.
She moves slower than Shaman. It was like,
She can freeze, she can mana, she protect, she attack, she defend.
You know,
she's going to get instantly cancelled by a Spy Carapace, have the ulti stolen by Rubik, and then return tenfold later. And most of your damage can be negated by Null Field or the regeneration from the IO. Or the base regen that is in the Nyx Assassin.
You know, so you think, Toby.
I do think this. This is why I say this.
Mm-hmm.
Toby,
she's still
you
potentially
fool.
in lane.
You fool of fools. Have you no idea?
When you see this final pick coming up from VP, the mana-starved carry, that it desperately needs that regen, then you'll truly know.
Yeah.
That's actually exactly what I was just thinking. Is that we still have yet to see that aha pick from BP that's going to take advantage of the CM.
Who does take advantage? All I can think of is Chaos Knight.
What?
Really.
VP has Weaver.
Yeah.
That's it? That's the big mana lover right there?
Yeah.
It helps him for sure. It helps him.
10 seconds remaining.
Well,
5 seconds.
Now, CM also helped by the change in this patch where you get to level 2 so much faster. And she kind of needed that change, honestly, after the change to the creep spawns.
sure. Helps out here. Here we go. 1 minute left on Team Liquid. They already got a pretty strong lineup. We got Burst. We got Initiation. We got that global presence with the Nyx Assassin being crazy and skittering around and an IO Tiny. Will they continue? What do you think they're missing? Need a little push, maybe?
You go back to the Lone Druid.
Give me
back
another
to the Lycan.
Give me another Lycan. Give me a Nature's Prophet. Pick it for them.
I don't think you Nature's Prophet because, well, I mean, Matamaman does play that hero, but traditionally, Liquid has run the Nature's Prophet, at least for the last several months, almost exclusively as a mind control hero.
I'm okay with LD. I'm okay with Gyrocopter. I'm okay
Gyrocopter's
with Razor.
interesting. You think Razor gives you enough push?
He gets the Ags. Sure.
Yeah, but
Doesn't his ult still stack?
I don't know. I'm sure Morphling's fine.
Morphling's ban.
Wait a minute. If you get an Ags on Razor and a refresher shard, is that a triple ult?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would anything survive such a torrent of
Yes,
storm?
the effect is that you immediately have a seat.
Gyro.
There's my boy.
Yeah, Gyro's a good call.
They banned the droid just in case. That could have been potentially a 4 off-lane Weaver.
So you see Gyro, right?
I see him. There he is. Great call, Blitz.
No, I was
10
Is that what you're looking for?
seconds
I was
remaining.
trying to figure out like I was gonna say Virtus Gyro.
5 seconds remaining.
So now you need an offlaner. You need something like mobility that pushes in waves, so that Liquid just has to deal with that.
You think you can actually get
Alright.
away with still running an offlane Weaver without the buff up of Drow?
I'm sure you do something crazy and pick like Axe or Void.
Sure.
It depends on how confident you are in your Weaver Sam dual lane. Like if you think that you can execute that dual lane really well, potentially. But I feel like CM feeds in that lane, honestly.
And that's
Okay.
Slaughter.
Star.
Yeah. Who's core? Slardar or the Night Stalker? Probably
game?
Slar.
I think this game, I would like to see for Night Stalker.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, guys.
Or a one-position Slardar.
It's a cool
That
slaughter
would, be,
according
that
to
would
Fox.
actually be awesome.
Okay with either.
One position Slardar would be really interesting. All right, guys. One more game. One of the best matchups in Dota 2 right now. Where you going, Toby?
Yeah, because I backed VP the last 2 games, that's not going to influence me for Game 3. I actually think Team Liquid have a lot stronger lineup in Game 3.
I will go Liquid.
Y'all don't know about that CM, dog. I already see it in my head. VP all the way.
I got to go Liquid. I think they have a really good draft this time around. All right. Well, let's see. What we think doesn't matter. What happens in this game, though, matters. Winner moves on into the winner's bracket final of a major. One more time, bringing you all the action. Here are OD, Pixel, and Fog.
Thank you very much, Nahaz. And yep, game 3, VP versus Liquid, and it is position 1 Slardar, ladies and gentlemen. Ramses will be playing carry Slardar, boys and girls. So buckle up, get ready for that. The question marks come out. No surprise there. But well, I'm excited to see how this works. I feel like I've seen it a few times with varying levels of success.
It said fight me.
Oh, hang on.
No one's angry. He doesn't like that they put these the have funs and stuff. He just
he's questioning. Oh, all right.
It's just for fun.
Oh, the reverse XD. That's a risky one to drop.
So yeah, safe lane Slardar.
Safe lane Slardar.
Can be a bit hard to play into gyro from time to time, especially because of the massive burst damage that comes out. If you activate your sprint, you get bursted down very easily.
Oh boy, oh boy. Well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see how it works.
We'll do a quick rundown of the rest of the team. On VP, you have Pasha. He'll be taking the Weaver up to the top lane. No one on his mid lane, Death Prophet. Lil, Night Stalker once again. Solo, picking that CM straight up into the draft as his opener, and he'll be playing it. Mind Control, the core Nyx Assassin. Miracle playing the Gyrocopter, in fact, this time round. Matuma Man will be playing the Tiny, backed up by GH. And last but not least, there is, of course, the Rubik. Kuro will be around the top lane. So where the action is, though, Pasha getting beat down very low by the 2 of them. Tiny IO combo. Kuro's there in mid, getting the block off for Miracle.
Yeah, so this Slardar last pick, they're going to try to abuse this Corrosive Haze with Death Prophet insanely well. Like the Exorcism plus the bugs plus the Corrosive Haze, just massive minus armor to punish this IO Tiny. That's what I'm seeing coming out from VP strat.
I'm talking about interesting lanes. It's going to be Miracle. He's taking the Gyro to the mid lane. Yeah. And the Tiny and IO will go top. So is this just looking to avoid some sort of matchup, or?
I think this is just what they've done, and they've done this previously before too.
On top again. Basher with the Avalanche.
I think that they feel like the Tiny IO can dominate a Weaver much harder than the Gyro IO.
It looks a bit. We saw that Avalanche in a couple of right clicks. Pasha gets brought very, very low. Bottom lane, Mind Control. Turns, he gets the stun onto Solo. That won't save his life. First blood for Solo CM. It is a scary lane for that Nyx Assassin. A lot of control between those 2 heroes in the early levels. Yeah. Very hard for Mind Control to get much out of that bottom lane against those 2.
Look at all these creeps in the mid lane. Tower switches onto Miracle to get the Siphon. They're going to get a good amount of harassment onto him here. Now the lift, though, with the barrage and the missile.
Well, they're just going to turn and they're going to claim Lil's life.
Okay.
All right. Liquid.
Overstepping his bounds.
Kicking back indeed there. Bottom lane, Mind Control again. Getting very, very low. These 2 heroes causing issues.
He's got a massive lane coming into him in the bottom lane, though, as Nyx. He's got double range creeps, 5 melee creeps as well.
Up top.
GH gets hit by the bugs, but Pasha's dropping quite low.
He's going to dive for this one. GH tethers across. Will still pop. Pasha still alive for now. Matuma Man has got enough for the Avalanche toss with the Mango popped. He'll toss Lil under the tower. Pops the Mango. Has the Avalanche. Lil. Will he go down? He sure will. GH is there with the backup. Matuma Man's fine. Nice little toss play there from Matuma Man. Controlling Lil underneath the tower. That's a couple of rotations Lil's tried to make, and they've ended up in his death. Pasha.
Kuroki claims the room. Pasha's low on mana, but he does have stick charges. However, it's 4 seconds till that Shukuchi. A lot of damage coming out. Kuro has the Fade Bolt. A couple more hits.
Just gets away.
He had the Fairy Fire too, but yeah, that almost actually brings him down. That overcharge attack speed bonus, almost enough for them to get him.
Mid lane CS, 9 for 2 Miracle, 7 for 2 Noah. Levels pretty much dead even at the moment when it comes to experience on those 2.
Yeah, they're both kind of having like a dual lane happening. Gotta watch out. There's high levels of rocket barrage. High levels. I mean 2 levels. More prioritized.
I mean, definitely high levels considering the way that Gyro has played the majority of the time in this patch. Very, very rarely do you see Gyro players nowadays put those extra points in rocket barrage early on.
That's what I meant. Thank you.
That's what
you understood my
in
language.
comparison to the current trends on Gyro. Top, Pasha, caught out by the combo. Not quite enough to finish him off. Still consistently bringing Pasha very low, making it really hard for him to stick in the lane, get any sort of CS on this Weaver. He's just sitting on 4, and Matsuma Man finding pretty much complete free farm up top.
Yeah.
With the backup of GH. Bottom lane, bit of a chase down there onto mind control. Ramses did look to start diving into the tab, but mind control able to salve back up. Ramses farm, 17 for 9. Mind control 7 for 2 down here, so finding a little bit more than the offlaner. VP of Pasha, but at the same time he's slowing down Ramses a bit more. I'd say he's slowing down in terms of farm, in terms of fighting. Mind control getting bashed up. Ramses. See how he plays around this one. They've got the control to give him the frostbite. Mind control still with the spike carapace, and he'll bait it out perfectly. The telekinesis from Kuro just in time. Holds Ramses back, allows mind control to grab the haste rune. Mind control will live to see another day.
A lot about this early game is contesting these bounty runes, at least in the top area, to make sure that GH can't just always fill up his bottle, to make sure that Matu is full man at all times. Again, they're going to go into Pasha up top. The Shikuchi's down for 1 more second. He pops the Fairy Fire, though, and he is safe with his wand as well. Mid. Mind control makes the rotation in.
They're rolling in. They've got the telekinesis. Homing missile connects onto the DP, but she's already got the siphon out. Lil will be fine. Solo with the rotation has the frostbite onto Miracle. Miracle falling low, trying to keep himself alive with the Fairy Fire. And oh, it's not enough. Oh, GH! Just in time, turns up, has the save. GH will keep that man alive. Mind control does go down, but they get the kill on Solo. They protect their core, and now they're turning their attention towards no one. There's a missile inbound. The stun connects. No one surely is going to fall. Miracle falling low, but GH is there, keeping Miracle alive. Turns towards Lil. Lil, he's going to get away. Oh, he doesn't. The right click flies through from the flak attack. Miracle gets the kill. Miracle will fall. Pasha doing a hefty cleanup. Indeed, as you say, getting that triple kill.
Dude, so, he just jumped up to 1,200 gold.
I'm not surprised, just turning up at the end of that fight, stealing all of the glory. It looked great for Liquid. GH making these clutch plays, these saves, but as you say, they were very low, all of them. GH could not save them all. And yeah, what a TP, what a rotation for Pasha to make.
What a start to this game. 11 kills, 5 minutes. We've like 5 heroes mid battling it out. This is the best. I love these type of games. I love when IO just forces situations like that to happen because people survive with like 1 or 2 attacks and then everyone has to overextend all over the place. Turns into a really fun start.
So the man getting those stacks going.
He's getting the best.
Maintain the bounty runes. Solo
getting the best time in this game for sure.
Oh, that's an invis, and he's out. Oh, it actually turned Pokemon Frostbite before he's. Oh, he's trying to slow him down to get to the rune in time.
Can't get it though.
It was a neat little attempt from Solo, but yeah, not quite enough control.
Matu clears out that whole big camp that we were talking about, the triple neutrals. GH does have the tether, and he's safe. How's our Slaughter carry doing? He's gonna go for the Blink Rush build. He's been saving all his gold. I think that might be the case, but maybe he wants to go for something different. Maybe like Midas. I don't know if that's the case. I think Blink's probably just better.
Oh, top diving in onto GH. Lil's there with the wraparound. GH
mid as well.
He cannot get out of that one. Indeed, the pressure coming through. Liquid ready to turn. Kuro surviving on minimal health. As they'll turn, they'll take down that no one Death Prophet.
He used Exorcism, tried to go for pressure into Miracle.
That's down for 2 minutes now. So that first use of the ult, not opportune at all.
Okay, Ramses queues up an armlet instead. He wants to put the transition earlier. I thought maybe he wants to make the blink and just run around making plays with Weaver and Death Prophet with Night Stalker, but he wants to build to be that damage-dealing core.
Well, he's found GH, but GH, he's got the backup of the Timberman, tethers across again. Pasha was moving in. They did want to try and make a play onto the Aya. The catch, not quite there. Bottom lane. They've got a good amount of catch, these two, though. Kuro and Mind Control setting up onto Ramses, bringing him down low.
Uh-oh, Pasha!
Duke it off in the tree line. Pasha does manage to get the kill onto GH. Miracle's TP'd in down bottom. Ramses got a salve going. With the Rocket Barrage chased down, he's going to fall very, very low. He jukes it to the sidelines. I don't know if Mind Control can find this. He's continuing to look to chase it out. But Ramses gets himself across the lane and gets back to safety. What was going on top?
Top was they surrounded the IO with the Night Stalker and Weaver, and he actually time-lapsed into the stun combo that was hitting on top of the Night Stalker, and he lives with like 10 HP just surviving and TPing out. But they do trade kills. So Matu ends up killing Lil, while Pasha cleans up Io.
For a fight around the bounty ring. I've got the Corrosive Haze out into Mind Control. Frostbite as well, though. Duke out the stun. Mind Control will be caught out by the Crush. Does have the Spike Carapace. Spike sometimes always heading to the neutrals, not going to make it.
He did.
Lil gets the kill. 10 for 7, 8 minutes in. As you say, the carnage just continuing. 17 kills. So far, it's all about the battling, and it ain't stopping anytime soon. Mid lane, Miracle heading in. He gets the connection with the cooldown. No one trying to keep himself alive with the Siphon. It's doing a good job. It's not good enough. He's down. Telekinesis onto Ramses. There's a homing missile heading for him, as well as the creep wave moving through, but Liquid, they'll hold back. They don't want to dive behind the tier 1. Solo on the side has the control. Onto Mind Control. Silence into the void. 4 heroes chasing this man down. He'll turn around, get the 2 heroes stunned. Pasha should be pretty good to chase, though. They'll have more than enough physical with the Corrosive Haze from Ramses out onto Mind Control. It's Pasha, now in a mega kill streak. This man had a slow lane up top on the Weaver, but 5-0-2, his rotations, his involvement, really stepping up this off-lane Weaver.
Yeah, really quick medallion pickup, too, to benefit from all that minus armor, as we mentioned earlier, the bugs, Corrosive Haze. And really take them down a lot when they have this Tiny and Io, who are just very, very low armor. Matu's going for a different kind of build here. We saw the other Tinies today, I think, more prioritizing the tree grab early. He's going for the 4-4-1 build.
Okay.
Just to have that burst damage, I think, versus the Weaver and Death Prophet is probably the most important.
And the item-wise as well, no Shadowblade SMY, does just get the treads into drums.
Yeah, he wants to just get very early aggressive, make space for his team. I think they want to just build a group up and run at them. Looks like Miracle's also building a drum on the gyrocopter.
Still, despite the changes over the ages, it's very stat-efficient item, of course, and in a game where there's this amount of action this early on, it's going to have great impact for these early fights. A little bit of a boost that can give your team the edge. Comes these full-on 5-on-5 clashes. We're getting some pressure onto the tower. No one is there. We'll force him to back off. No one getting a little behind, though, on this Death Prophet in comparison to the progress of the other course.
Yeah. The thing is that Pasha's
Pasha's making up for the losses that no one's having in this mid.
Yep. So Ramsey still has the armor queued up, but has the blink queued up afterwards. Be able to get that set up. Mind Control now actually finding some space finally to get those levels bottom, because he's been suffering a bit this game. 0-4 on him. He's running around trying to make the plays, but dying. Enjoy the time. Once he gets Arcane Boots on top of that Vendetta, he has a lot more liberty to make the just run around and find those pickoffs for his team. And how close is GH to 6? They're getting closer on the relocate, so Vendetta plus relocate, a classic combo. Being able to find people who are split up off the map.
Yeah, quite hard for VP to react against as well, as they don't really have that sort of saving hero. If Mind Control finds an opening for the relocate, they are quite likely indeed to get the kill off the back of it. Yeah,
usually in the past we've seen people like just versus the IO lineups when it's picked early, they pick heavy amounts of team fights. So it's like, oh, if they relocate in, it's really detrimental. This big stack getting cleared up here by Liquid, but this time around, VP only really has Death Prophet ultimate as their ultimate. As their team fight ability.
Sure, yeah.
Like everything else is just kind of these very low cooldown, just brawl heroes.
VP starting to get in position around this mid-tier 1. I'll lay down the ward at least. Liquid keeping well and truly grouped up. Completed solo crest for Pasha.
And he gets level 10, he gets the mana break talent, so has a good amount of damage there coming in from him. Next item of choice on Matu will be that Shadow Blade, so they can go set up on those kills and burst down the Death Prophet, as we've mentioned a few times.
A blink for Ramses. And the River Solo will be grabbed out by Kuro. The telekinesis, they have the missile flying in. Solo's going to try for a deny to the H's. Is he going to find it? He is not. Miracle gets the damage in with the rocket barrage. Solo is down. Another kill for Miracle. 5-1 and 2. And Chara so far. Mid lane, Matsumaman's hunting. See if he can get the grab onto no one. Kuro not going to make it out with the TP. The physical damage is too high from Pasha.
Solar Crest, yeah. Lil, they do find. Mind Control down here. Ramses did switch up his build. He went for the Blink Tag, but now Relocate's coming in.
Oh, Mind Control gets the chance for the spike. Happens into the stun. Mind Control's going to survive. Oh, what a turnaround from Liquid. Just like that. Always risky making a play onto a Nyx Assassin when he has his spells up.
They're jumped into a trap, though.
Matsuma Man has gone. Yeah, he came back with a relocate, and that'll cost him his life. So as quickly as VP lose 2, Liquid are quick to offer up to themselves. Pasha with the time-lapse will be fine. Well, yeah, very nice catch there from VP off the back of losing their own position 1.
Yeah, the Slaughter, as I was mentioning, he did have the armlet queued up, but then he decided to switch back. I think I like the Blink rush a little bit better in this game too, so he can join his team for these engagements. However, he pays with his life bottom, but still overall, in the nature of the game, being able to fight with Exorcism and Corrosive and stuns. But yeah, Pasha. 7-0-3 on this offlane Weaver.
He's having an absolute whale of a time.
Radiant's bottom tower
Matu now
is under
clearing some
attack.
more, or stacking another set of Ancients. That triple stack now coming up for him.
There definitely is some pressure on VP to really keep the ball rolling with this lineup. Anytime you see a position 1 Slardar, it is not the sort of position 1 that you see transitioning well into the later stages of a game. You've got to keep that tempo up.
Yeah.
Get the objectives between yourself and the Death Prophet. This could be seen as a bit of an issue. You know, 14 minutes in, sure, they've got a 2k lead, but they're yet able to use an Exorcism to actually take any towers.
Yeah. Slaughter is not a flash farmer is the big thing. He gains money through fights and through getting, like, you know, Roche with that Corrosive Haze with his team. And yeah, they haven't been able to hit pretty much any towers with the Exorcism at all. All 3 are quite healthy on the side of Liquid. They've been doing a good job of keeping themselves right in front of those. No one takes the 12% magic resist this time around since he's versus Nyx and Tiny.
Oh, Ramsey's actually off the mark there with that Blink Crush. Miracle's going to be fine. A bit of a mini relocate just to make sure that he doesn't get caught out as GH takes him out to the side. VP will try and move in. Looking to surround the area of Desire's return. Shadowblade's complete for Matsuma Man. They will get the Frostbite onto GH. GH still alive though, and in fact with the telekinesis, Kuro's able to control Solo, holding back. GH will live. Matsuma Man headed in looking for Lil. With the toss, he'll get it. Liquid still all alive here in this full 5-man. As VP, they wanted to try and punish that relocate back, but they were unable to do so. They lose a hero themselves. Liquid hold. Liquid starting to look very, very scary, and sort of questions. I mean, questions were always going to be raised about the position 1 Slardar, and it's not to say that it still can't have a big effect, but I really feel as this game goes on, the question marks get bigger. What can Ramses do on this Slardar? They need him for the initiation, and as we saw there, if he doesn't quite catch it, that's sort of the team fight over for this Slardar at this stage.
Yeah, and there's just the heals from GH, just perfectly positions himself, able to always have those like bonus wand charges as well. He had 17 throughout majority of that fight, saving them for the last possible moment. And now Liquid back to efficiency gaming, farming up this triple stack that they've had previously, also farmed up the other camps. The 2 big cores are getting pretty massive, but Mind Control is suffering a bit on that net worth department in comparison to his counterpart. You see 2,800 Nyx to the 6,500 of the Weaver.
I mean, Pasha, he's doing his best, and I feel he has to. He's got to become the carry if this game goes on.
I think that's what they're going to go for here with the way that Ramses has built up. I mean, sure, he's finished the armlet now, but having that plus the Weaver, who's just having such a good game, we can transition for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Putting the pressure onto this tower, they will take it. Liquid do find the trade down bottom. Continuing to move in as well towards that tier 2. Not one about to hit level 12. Does have the Ghost ready to go. They want to look for a further objective.
Going to be important for VP to have sentry wards in the upcoming fights because of that Shadowblade Tiny, just so they don't get insta-bursted on one of their heroes. Good, all set up. They want to be able to take out this mid-tier 1, just get the easier tower rather than bottom tier 2.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'll get this out.
VP looks like they want to fight. They have darkness available.
What Ramses going to do with the jump. Gets the crush. It's a miracle, but they just This doesn't follow up. The tower's still down. They're prodding and poking a Miracle, but they know it's hard to go in. GH is there with the backup. Comes in with the tether solo with the ultimate, but already the Death Prophet melts. No one is gone. Miracle finally falls. Pasha turns up. Solo gets a lot done damage-wise with that one. Now they have the Frostbite onto Matuma Man. VP surround him. Lil has to back away. The tree flies through. Matuma Man gets the double kill, but he will pay with his life as Pasha cleans up another. Gets Matuma Man. Both Miracle and Matuma Man going down there, and maybe even more. They have the crush onto GH. GH falls. This is what VP are looking for. Pasha just being set up to become the big core, the scaling core that VP need with this lineup.
Death
and it's working.
Bursted, but look at that freezing field damage.
Yeah. Woo.
2,600 in total coming out from Solo. That positioning in the tree line there, absolutely perfect. The Carapace comes out quite late from my control, not in range to cancel it at first. Absolutely perfect there by Solo.
Pasha now, Diffusal Blade, Solar Crest, 18 minutes.
He's very farmed.
He is playing this perfectly. 9-0-4.
His job is pretty much just isolate the IO in the beginning of the fights, take him out quickly, then clean up everybody else afterwards. With that Corrosive Haze, I mean, he does quite a lot of damage, man. Corrosive Haze still stolen here by Kuroki. They're looking to go for Solo in the mid, and that looks like a dead Crystal Maiden.
I've got him with the combo. Mind control with the kill secure. Liquid. Only 1k behind again. 19 minutes, 17-15.
They have Corrosive Haze stolen. Looks like they want to turn this into a Roche.
All right. I mean, ghosts are up for VP.
It's level 2 Haze.
If they head towards the pit. VP do have this strong presence to go in for it, and they're looking for it.
There's Exorcism ready.
VP want to go in.
Liquid's trying to fight before they go for it, but they're killing it pretty quick with that Haze stolen.
Yeah, they have to get in VP if they want to have a chance of this. They'll throw the bugs forward. Know what's going on. Matuma Man sort of playing the bait though with the Shadow Blade. Keep himself hidden. VP themselves also very, very tentative about how they go towards approaching this Roshan fight. Now they'll do it. They commit the ghost. They go in Liquid. They are going to want to fight this. And here they are with the opening. Cooldown comes in, connects onto 2. No one on the front of it all, getting bashed up by Roshan. Matuma Man on the side. They found the telekinesis onto Solo. Solo still alive for the time being. Finally, no, he's able to live. He gets away. Then again, mind control. How many times have we seen this man steal the Aegis? He'll take it. Death Prophet's down for 45. Liquid. I mean, many times today I feel we've seen Aegis is being stolen, but nothing really too much effect happening after. This time around, it's a very different story. They steal the Aegis. They kill the Death Prophet.
Mind control just beelined it to the Roche pit to get on top of that Death Prophet. Carapace plus stun and mana burn, and then with the flak charges hitting in the back. And I think Matu may have tossed a creep or something on him there too. Just enough to be able to bring down the Death Prophet. And without Exorcism, like we mentioned, VP's teamfight is very minimal.
And this tower's going to melt its course as well to the pushing of Tiny.
That was really good decision making though by Liquid. Rather than in the last game, we saw them go for like the game before that, we saw them go for the Roche and they got wiped. This time they reset and take the fight instead of going for that Roche. Just incredibly good decision making then.
Oh, Ramses. Find the jump onto GH. GH gets the tether all in time over to Matuma Man. Pasha's there with the chase down though. They'll get GH. Now with the drum spot, they're trying to chase for more. No one has eyes onto Matuma Man, trying to slow him with the Cypher. Matuma with his own pair of drums. Beats them and tries to head off. Miracle with the cooldown to slow VP. Trying to create space for Matuma Man to get out of there. Pasha, he'll stop the chase. And Second Thoughts backs away. Will not continue to chase down Miracle. So they get the gyro out of there despite losing GH on the IO. And Manta's style now complete for Miracle as well. So Frostbite, Corrosive Haze, Silence. A lot of reasons to get at this game.
Yep.
Not always the item for a gyro. Most of the time, S&Y being the preferred progression from the Asher, but yeah, this is a great game for Manta's style.
This could be a game where we actually see the IO go for the Grant Scepter bonus for the Gyrocopter. He's still like 5 levels away, but we could see it come into purpose. Next item on choice for Miracle will be that BKB, and they're going to start pressuring down toward bottom. They know Exorcism's not available, so VP can't take the fights. And Liquid has claimed a gold advantage. Very slight gold advantage for the first time in like the last 20 minutes.
Matuma Man, he's got eyes on the prize. Knows where Lil and Ramses are. Ramses already down at half health.
the crush when he's farming.
Gets away, indeed. He'll be able to blink out. The Night Stalker not going to be as fortunate. Lil left behind. Ripped apart by Liquid. Pasha's trying to commit for the fight, though. Comes in, gets caught out by the spike carapace. No one pops the exit, and they're already chasing Ramses. He comes in with a beautiful blink crush. Shuts Liquid off as they try and escape, but they can't run away from this one. The BKB from No one allowing him to commit. They've claimed 3. Mind Control goes for the TP, but he's not making it. Ramses hits hard with the crush, and that is the sort of plays that you expect to see from your position 1 Slardar. Those sort of catches, Liquid incredibly grouped up. They try and back away. Ramses, bam, straight back in, setting up for a perfect fight for VP.
It all started out with him crushing an invisible hero because he was farming neutrals, but being able to re-engage, get that off with the freshly delivered BKB on No one. They have substantial team fight whenever Exorcism is up.
Get a tier 1 mid off the back of this one as well. More money for Pasha.
Has fallen.
This is the thing where at this point of the game where there's 3 cores of VP that are very, very farmed. You know, they're all sitting around the 10k mark. And Liquid, sure, Matuma Man and Miracle in a great place, but they don't have sort of that third powerhouse. Mind Control can still get a lot done at this stage of the game, but in comparison to the damage output that Pasha can offer, it's not really close.
Yeah, he still deals quite a lot of damage with Mana Burn versus the
Sure.
Death Prophet later, but yeah, the Weaver is having a very stellar game.
11-0-7. I mean, it just gets better and better. He's still yet to die.
Yeah.
And just that we're really seeing the patience rewarded as well from Pasha. You know, going back to that laning stage, it was a slow start for him. We saw countless times that the Tiny Io was able to bring him down very, very low, but in none of those instances did he feed. Pasha keeping it incredibly clean this game. Ramses now completed BKB, so he can be even more YOLO with the jumps that he's been making, and as we saw in that last fight, catch a few heroes in those crushes, and it's very, very hard for Liquid to play around when the ghosts from No one are chasing them down as well.
They're going to have triple BKB at a nice timing coming up for VP. They might like to go for a smoke or something along those lines whenever Pasha has his finished up. Ghost Scepter's next on the supports list for Liquid. I think GH might have his finished up coming on the courier. He does, as well as Mind Control does too. And Matu now does have the SNY finished up, so they also got some decent item timings, but not the similar one in comparison to that BKB. VP, they are smoked up. They're leaving Pasha on their own. They're just sitting behind No one in the meantime. They're expecting some kind of play to happen from either the Nyx and relocate combo or something like that.
Pasha definitely just looking for that extra wave or 2 that will give him himself that BKB, as you mentioned. And then he'll certainly be interested in joining the rest of VP to make these plays.
Liquid constantly having ancient stacks. Again, another triple stack, or I think it was a triple being cleared up by Matu. And Gyro, in the meantime, as well on the right side, cleans up those 3 camps. Miracle bottom, pushing the lane out. VP, they look like they think that someone else is behind him. They're even bringing the Weaver down. They're like, okay, no one else on Liquid showing on the map. We don't really want to go for this Gyro. And Miracle ends up living here. Could have been a bit scary for him there with the position he was in, but VP unaware of where the rest of the members are. And now BKB finished up on Miracle.
All the BKBs out for all the cores. As both teams looking to fight, I feel like VP, they're certainly the ones who want to fight that a little bit more, as we're seeing each and every time that the game turns passive. The farm rate of this Gyro and Tiny are hard to keep up with. VP's kind of heavily reliant on finding those pickoffs. And at this stage, as we've seen, finding the team fights as well. They can take it. Roshan would be a beautiful objective to go for, but still a minute until we see when that comes back in. Still a little bit of time where VP will have to hold off if they're after that. And yeah, as we say, this sort of passive moment always going to be favouring Liquid's lineup.
Yeah.
VP know that. They're looking to fight. Ramses tries with the jump. Can't quite close the gap onto Kuro. Kuro goes for the TP away. Is he going to make it? Ooh, that physical damage.
Minus 30.
Oh, he nearly got shredded there.
Yeah.
But he gets out. Lucky that wasn't a bash.
AC, next item for the Tiny. That'll help a lot versus all the minus armor that we've been mentioning constantly, as well versus the Exorcism coming up from Death Prophet. So we'll be seeing Rosh in... Rosh's timer in about 20 seconds, and that's probably where we'll see the next biggest fight, but nighttime. Trying to take advantage of that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But in the meantime, too, Liquid, they're pressuring bottom. They've got Io, they've got Tiny, he's got the tree. But as soon as they see the TPs coming in, they start retreating.
There's a lot of TPs coming in.
It might be GH who is the culprit. He gets a long tether away, though, and he's...
Ramsey's charged for the blind blink stun, but indeed, Liquid already out of there.
They're getting a lot of space, though, on the side of Liquid with the farm time. Look at that 3k gold lead now. Now they're
ticking up, that lead, indeed.
They know that VP's on the bottom side of the map, so they're looking to pick a fight here.
Dire are scanning.
Fighting into these BKBs and the Exorcism. It's not necessarily an easy fight for Liquid to take.
They have to catch at least one of the heroes with my control in the front. Just blow them up instantly so they have a number advantage versus Exorcism.
Liquid heading down here though. They are very far away from the pit.
Oh, it spawned really quickly.
Yeah, this early spawn time.
It's that.
It's perfect for VP.
Level 3 Corrosive Haze.
Quick and easy Roche. That's going to be the Aegis and Cheese ready for the next push. They'll certainly probably wait for the Exorcism to come back online before they go for that sort of push. He's going to have level 18 as well ready for the next one. No one. That's taken away from Liquid. And VP need this. These are the things that they can do great to keep on track with this game and keep up with the pace of Liquid. Finding Roche, finding the kills. To my man, eyes on to no one. Is the Exorcism running out? In fact, they're going to try and lead in with the Spike Carapace straight into the stun. They want to take him down once, but the BKB cheese, oh, no one, he's ready to turn. Siphon's there as he chases down GH, looks towards Matuma Man. Miracle's trying to slow them down with the cooldown, but Matuma Man, he's in a lot of trouble. Ramsey's there with the wraparound. He'll toss back the Slardar, but he's falling. Surely he can't get out of this. He turns with an avalanche, but one more touch from Lil brings him down. Liquid lose 3.
They just tried to burst him through that without him getting the cheese off.
It was always going to be ambitious with the BKB and cheese on Death Prophet.
Definitely.
And yeah, as we saw, no one gets the time to react. And suddenly Liquid's attempt on that bottom lane just falls to complete shambles.
Yeah, Liquid has to be careful here too. VP's on the aggression here. They're looking for a Miracle.
Ramsey's can find this. It's hard though. Miracle speeding away. We'll be able to get back up to the high ground. Mind Control still out. And Radiant won't catch him. Mind Control indeed has eyes onto them. As she heads back up to the range that scan just as it times out as well. So VP no real information on the whereabouts of this Nyx Assassin. And there's that big pickup as well, as we've talked about many times today. Having that Spirit Vessel on Lil is very, very useful for just reducing what GH can do in terms of save potential with the Aya.
Yeah. Level 20 now claimed on Ramses, so he's got the 50 attack speed bonus on top of a Hyperstone too, so he's starting to hit pretty hard on that carry Slardar. Look at Miracle. Miracle's almost got the butterfly finished up, and GH is getting closer and closer to level 15. Really curious if he does go for that tethered grab bonus. I think he will for the gyrocopter, because it adds an incredible amount of damage whenever he does tether the gyro.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I imagine as well, right, it would work quite nicely with the Nyx Assassin on the defense. You tether, he burrows, and he's good to go. Solo
just gets comboed up by Matu. Quick little easy kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That is Assault Crash finished. The back of that kill from a Timberman.
Much needed item. And continue to farm. And like we said, the low periods like this always will benefit Liquid because they can push out lanes and farm the neutrals just much faster.
Ramsey's looking for the MKB. His own Hyperstone. Butterfly complete. MKB pretty close for Ramses.
Yeah.
He's a bit more downtime and he'll have it. And they certainly will need it. Miracle having that evasion.
It's hard for VP to take these just straight on fights, just because Liquid just farms the positions that they're in so fast that they just move on, and they're just very elusive around the map because of that. Next item for Gyro will be MKB as well. Yeah, lots of MKBs will be built this game.
VP grouped up down bottom. Still got a tier 1 here, waiting for them to take down. With the Ghost available, could certainly try and push on for more.
Liquid's just really just trying to avoid these fights still. They want to just get bigger and bigger on the Gyrocopter and the Tiny before they try to take these engagements versus Exorcism. This VP has very good timings coming in here. Everyone's level 20, they've all got BKBs.
Oh, Matuma with his positioning has eyes on the TP that no one has, so immediately has the info to tell them to get the heck out of there.
Yep, now they're going to move to the other 2 side lanes, just constantly avoid those fights.
Solo did sort of walk into them. Looks like he was quite fortunate to actually be able to walk out. Matuma Man and GH very, very close to the CM. This game, 25-18, 33 minutes in. This is what we certainly hoped from this matchup, Liquid VP. What a time to get it as well in the deciding game of this series.
Yeah, they're both being very careful. Aegis gets claimed. So now we could see Liquid trying to maybe take a fight here, trying to get their next big items. GH really trying to get that level 15. Matu's actually not even taking XP from him, but he's gonna get bursted down now.
He is indeed.
Matumben's he was actually staying away from him so that GH can get the solo experience and have the tether away, but gets quickly bursted down. Eye of Scotty next item will be for Miracle. More tankiness.
Interesting that as we saw, Weapons was pointing out, Solo taking the GPM over the buff Dora. Does that surprise you, or?
In this game, that does not surprise me.
No?
I think that everybody has enough mana in this game. There's nothing like a Storm or a Tinker.
Sure. Mid lane starting to push it onto tier 2s. VP trying to do what they can when they're up 5 versus 4. And they should find this. They've got good amounts of siege indeed, even without the Ghost. Now that there's that amount of attack speed, as you mentioned on Ramses.
Yeah.
Beating down these towers.
So AC will be the next item for Ramses to match versus the Tiny's AC, and benefits his whole team, minus armor. It's just the really scary thing about VP's lineup is really that minus armor. It's if they if they ever walk into the pit, that Roche is just instantly dead, pretty much. It's gonna be super hard for Liquid to contest those, unless they're in a more fortunate position of the map.
9 times out, Liquid huddling together to make sure that VP can't get any sort of initiation onto them. VP themselves, though, still very careful about how they proceed. They have got that MKB complete on Pasha. This certainly could be the time to do so, and Miracle and Matuma Man are getting further and further ahead. Miracle in particular, very, very comfortably at the top of the net worth now. Yeah. It's a clear 6k between him and no one's Death Prophet.
He's been playing on his own for a very, very long time in this game now, too. The rest of his team is running together as a unit of 4 while he pushes out. GH, still trying to get that level 15. He keeps running to neutrals alone. He's like, I just want to get this 15. He's got it now.
He's going to take the spirit damage now. He actually does.
Damage. He hasn't been tethering.
Every time we theory craft sort of the Ags,
I thought this
they
time
never do it.
With the Gyrocopter he would, but he's been tethering mostly with the Tiny. But
sure.
He's been prioritizing that one mostly. Okay.
One day we'll get to see the Tether Grant Scepter bonus in competitive. I feel like it never happens. Down bottom. Liquid smoked up. Do you think they can get any sort of fortunate grab outside of the base? VP, they're sending Solo and no one out. I think we get the jump onto this. They've got their eyes onto no one. It means that BKB reaction from no one. Absolutely instant.
If they can disengage from this Exorcism without losing anyone, though, it's pretty massive for Liquid.
It can still be good news for Liquid. And a bit of a strange relocate there for GH. I mean, he kind of just relocated the shortest amount. I mean, maybe he's trying to bait them into continuing to try and fight. They'll jump in, mind control. Oh!
3-man stun.
The 3-man stun. Have they got the follow? Miracle turns in with the cooldown. He gets 3. The BKBs come out. Ramsey turns his attention towards Miracle. Miracle with a mad style. Removes the corrosive haze. Turns towards no one. No one's going to be down. That relocate bait. Incredibly simple.
Pasha.
But oh so effective.
Will this be his first death?
He is gone as well. That little I think we're sort of looking like, oh, what's happening here? And I think VP were looking at it as well, going, what's happening here?
It was a bait.
What a bait from GH. They'd get... I mean, I think they would have been happy with just the Death Prophet, but getting Pasha's Weaver as well, they have to buy back on the DP. There is no buyback on Pasha.
Yeah, that was...
That's a TI winning play.
Super nice bait, and with that next stun, I mean, my control hits 3 of them there.
Yeah.
That was very nicely executed. When a gyro can just run in like that and throw all 9 flaks, that's pretty damn ridiculous.
I think that's the last time we'll see VP fall for that sort of play from GH.
Kuro, Gucci'd up. Now he's got them. Oh, he's got like the greatest mobility. Still no Roche. But gets to the respawn in 40 seconds. That one's going to be very significant with that refresher shard.
All about this area around the pit. Ramsey's in with a cheeky D ward and does get away with it.
Matu's going for Heart next on the Tiny, so he just wants to be that frontliner, soaking all the damage while Miracle does the damage himself. Miracle has queued up the Daedalus next.
All about this Roshan shot. Roshan's going to be back up.
Yep.
Any second now. And Solo was close to spawning it. Cooldown's laid down. Get themselves out of it.
They don't have enough. I mean, it's a very low cooldown.
It is a low cooldown.
It was Arcane Rune too, so.
Oh, okay, fair
yeah.
enough. It's a very low cooldown then, yeah. Do 20 seconds, it'll be back there. Roshan is up now. No one has Exorcism.
Full heart now on Matumba. So what's his status resistance? 25.8 plus 40%. Okay. Pretty durable Tiny there.
Moving around one another. Liquid heading up to the high ground. VP still at the lower portion around this mouth to the Roshan pit.
Liquid, like, they have to just try to take a fight, because if they walk away from
Liquid's
that
in
push,
a very good position here. Solo walks for mind control, gets the 2-man stun straight away. The CM's down. They'll chase down Lil as well. The Shrine Hill will not save the Night Stalker. Liquid in prime position as VP sweep back and forward between those 2 high ground spots.
Oh, and look at DD Rune.
Okay.
Right outside the pit.
All right. I mean, this Roche is theirs for sure. 2 people down on VP. No way that VP have any interest in trying to contest this Roshan. Liquid get this one for free. That's the Aegis, the Cheese, and the Refresher Shard for them now. Who do they give the Refresher Shard over to? It is, of course.
What is it, my control? So he can get a double. So he can get like a double impales.
He's been hitting some 6 stuns.
I think it's the. They don't really have anyone who's amazing at holding Refresher Shard this game, so I think he's probably the best just to get like double stun, double mana burn, double carapace.
I mean, what we've got to see is Kuro grab the Exorcism, double Exorcism.
That would be pretty sick.
That's all he's got to do, Kuro. Come on. Just steal that Exorcism, and then he gets the Refresher Shard, I'm sure.
I think he's happy with his Shikuchi.
That's true. It's hard to let that one go when you've got it. Makes the game so nice to play as a Rubik.
Doesn't have it much longer, but. VP really on the back foot now. 12k gold advantage for Liquid. VP still having the experience advantage, but that gold really being a problem.
And no one's still trying to find his way towards completing that Shiva's Guard. Daedalus complete for Miracle. Level 25. This Gyro, absolutely massive, and his team so far have been doing an excellent job of having the control he needs to get max damage output with the flat cannon.
I would love to see 20 flat cannon charges too, or 18 flat cannon charges with a Refresher Shard, but it's definitely just better on Nyx. That would be cool though, right? Well, or 6 missiles, 6 rockets on somebody.
It's not bad at all. Up top, Lil. Caught out. Yeah, 6 missiles. That would be quite a sight to behold. But as it stands on mind control, still keeping that shard nice and close to himself. He wants to make the plays with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's definitely best on him.
Yeah, if this game's anything to go.
Oh, they find a courier snipe. They walked right next to my control.
Didn't quite have anything in. Were we seeing any sort of major items that were looking to be... Oh, it was the attempt to pick up the completed Octarine.
Yeah.
So VP's got to head out themselves if they want to go for it. I don't think Liquid's going to give them the chance. So definitely a bit of a painful one there, that no one can't have the Octarine for the next use of the Exorcism, which he's almost certainly going to get forced to do so as Liquid. They're coming down the top lane. Straight onto the tier 3 towers. How can these boys of VP stop this? Still 5 seconds without the Night Stalker. Missile comes through. Miracle heads in. The damage from this Tiny ripping this tower apart. The flat cannon as well, just forcing VP back. Ramsey's getting ever so low. They do have the Frostbite onto Matuma Man, but GH there, quick with the heals and the save. Gets Matuma Man back out. Jump forward from Ramses. Finds the crush. Ramses has to put the BKB and back off. Keeping himself alive with the armlet toggling. Ramsey's playing on the very edge of his life there, though. Risky plays from the Slados. They desperately try and force Liquid away. The ghosts are out. Liquid will just back up and wait out.
Did Matu miss? Was that a Solar Crest usage by Pasha on his teammate? And it saved him there? I think that's actually what ended up happening. That was cool.
Liquid ready to poke as soon as those ghosts are gone.
I like watching how the duration of the Corrosive Haze on the Tiny too. It just lasts very little amount of time.
Onto my map. Onto the avalanche onto Pasha. Again, these flat cannons, they had to get away. Ramses, he's jumped into the Mystical, tried to go for a big play with the crush, but it may just be over. It is GG, well played. Liquid were allowed to get too far ahead there. We always knew that when it came down to the farm, any sort of downtime, this Gyro, this Tiny, we're going to get out of hand. Miracle farmed up an absolute treat on this Gyrocopter. Incredibly big at the end of the day. And some great plays. And some very fun plays to watch as well. That little back off and jump back in with GH playing the bait with that relocate down bottom. Sort of just setting the momentum for Liquid to finish this one off.
Yeah, they really just like split the map up. That was